Hello and welcome to this Community Brands presentation. Today we'll be providing a brief overview of the changes coming to the 2018 tax documents. My name is Nate Conrad and I'm a Client Success Associate for SSS here at Community Brands. My primary role is to assist our schools with the financial aid process throughout the year. With introductions out of the way, let's jump in and take a look at the coming changes. Before we get into the major details, please keep in mind that these tax forms are still being developed by the IRS. The information covered here is preliminary and is still subject to change before the final versions are unveiled. Everyone here at Community Brands is staying up to date and will be available to assist you with your applications if you're using the new forms to apply for financial aid after the 2018 filing season begins. That said, these new forms are new to your school as well. Because of this, it's even more crucial for you to submit all of your supporting documentation and required documents before your school's posted deadline. This will provide as much time as possible for documents to be reviewed before a decision is made. Now, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights of the upcoming changes. The new 1040 is going to be much more streamlined. This means that there's no longer a need for a 1040A or 1040EZ. This has been made possible by moving most of the information to new schedules. This new system means everyone will file the same base tax form and then build upon it using the traditional lettered schedules you're used to, along with new numbered schedules, which we'll review later on in this presentation. Remember, these documents are still in draft as of November 1st of 2018. For the most up-to-date information, please be sure to visit irs.gov. The official website for the IRS. You may be familiar with the traditional 1040 page 1, which we'll call the old page 1. It's remained relatively unchanged for several years. Page 1 currently contains the filer's information, dependents, income, and adjustments. And here's a preview of the new page 1 in the 1040. Remember, there's no longer a 1040A or EZ. This new process allows everyone to use the same form. As you can see from this draft, the 1040 has been reduced to roughly the size of a postcard. Page 1 has been reduced to include only the filer's information, dependents, and a space for your signatures. And here's a preview of the current 1040 page 2, which we'll call the old page 2. On this form, you could find your total taxes, credits and deductions, and your final refund or tax obligation. And here's a preview of the new 1040 page 2. The income section of the old page 1 has been reduced and moved here. You'll also find your deductions and taxes on page 2 of the new 1040. As you can see, the income section has been streamlined to include W-2 income, interest and dividend income, as well as disbursements from retirement and Social Security. All other income amounts are going to be moved to the new form called Schedule 1. Schedule 1 is just one of 6 new schedules expected to be finalized by the IRS. The information listed here was previously found on the income section of the old page 1. Individuals with more complex financials or who are self-employed will find they're filing this new form. On it, you'll document alimony, business and farm income, Schedule E income, and some others. Tentatively, line 22 of this form will be added to your income on the new 1040 page 2. As you can see on this form, there are a number of areas that are marked as reserved, including lines 15, 16, and 20. This means that we do not have information about what these lines will include or if they'll remain on the form at all. The new Schedule 2 will be a document that adds up your regular income tax. Again, you'll see that there is currently a line being reserved for a future edition. The information on this schedule is tentatively being added and placed on line 11 of the 1040 page 2. The new Schedule 3 will list your credits, including child and dependent care credits and education credits. The sum of this form will currently be listed on line 12 of the new 1040 page 2. Schedule 4 will document your other taxes. These include self-employment tax from your Schedule SE. Currently, the sum of these taxes will be documented on line 14 of the new 1040 page 2. The new Schedule 5 will allow you to document your other payments and refund credits, which may include a net premium tax credit or credit on federal tax on fuels. The sum of these credits is currently shown as being listed on line 17 of the new 1040 page 2. And finally, individuals who reside outside of the United States will use the new Schedule 6. As you can see, you may also grant a third-party designee to discuss your information with the IRS in your absence. With all of these changes, there are a few items that you should take away. First, most of the information found on the new schedules was pulled from the old 1040 page 2. The new Schedule 1 is the main exception, since this is from the income section on the old page 1. If you normally file a lettered schedule, you'll probably continue to do so. Schedules related to business income, capital gains, rental real estate, partnerships and trusts, as well as farm income are still required, and their totals will then be listed on the appropriate numbered schedule that we've just covered. And finally, please keep in mind that these schedules are still in the works and subject to change. We encourage all of our families to stay up to date by visiting irs.gov. Thank you for taking a moment to review the Community Brands overview of the changes coming to the 2018 tax documents. I hope this quick presentation helped you better understand the coming changes and how they may impact your family. We'll continue to review the information published by the IRS and may put out additional details in the upcoming changes if needed. As always, our parent support lines will be available to help answer any questions related to the financial aid process once the 2018 filing season has begun.